in vote. And you haven't noticed something? Well, let's go back in time here. This is what folks were saying before the big recall vote.
You're inspiring people all across this country, and we won't quit until we keep all of our rights. Right?
The fact that it's competitive says something about where voters are.
It is a vision of what kind of country you want to have and whether we're going to redistribute income upwards.
This is a big deal.
If we vote our hopes and not our fears, workers will be back at the table.
Given that Wisconsin's a battleground state, just like we did in the recall elections a year ago, to give this a test run.
All right, here's what they're saying now, though.
Was victorious tonight in this recall, but this was one battle in a much broader fight.
It was a devastating blow, but not a fatal one.
The Wisconsin recall was never by itself going to end the struggle for economic justice in Wisconsin or in the country.
What it says is that voters look at a recall very differently than they look at a straight-up election.
All right, so it was a really big deal back then. Not such a big deal now. My next guest thinks it's absurd. Nancy Bilhalla is with the Racing Tea Party. What do you think of that, Nancy? Now, just an afterthought. No big deal.
Well, good afternoon, Neil. I am just astounded to hear these. They are spinning this like a cycle in a dryer. I was here the whole time watching. I mean, they started this fight. They picked the battles. They put tens of millions of dollars into this. Tried to not recall, but unseat our incumbent state Supreme Court justice. Recalls last summer, and now we've got a win with Scott Walker. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, but they're coming back to say you
how
bought it
they're
off. So I guess there's somebody said the best defense is a good offense, so now going offense and saying you bought your way to that. The Tea Party kicked in some bucks, and outside billionaires kicked in some bucks, and wham bam, thank you, man. This is what you got. What do you say?
I say, hold up a minute. I mean, we had just hundreds, thousands of people here on the ground, various Tea Parties around the state. They meet in living rooms. They're average Joe citizens. We just worked hard. They had 100,000 people protesting at the Capitol the beginning of last year. 16 months of whining and temper tantrums. It inspired us to fight back. I mean, this was a battle over fiscal responsibility, and the voters chose balancing the budget.
Do you think the voters also are sending unions a message here? Because the union response has been, no, we've had far more gains than we've had defeats, and you just heard from a gentleman earlier at the show that voters don't understand what they're voting for. They don't know that they're maybe quite accidentally screwing their fellow voters and their friends and their firemen and their teachers, and they have no idea what's really going on here. That there are other ways to cut, not on the backs of the public workers. What do you say?
Wisconsin had a $3.6 billion deficit. Scott Walker balanced the budget. We have all, somebody mentioned before, we have lost our 401k matches. We have lost our higher paying jobs. Our health care costs are up. We asked union workers to pitch in, I think it's 10% of their health care costs and 6% of their retirement. It's time that we all share the sacrifice.
All right.
It just boggles my mind.
All right. Well, Nancy, thank you very, very much. Good seeing you again. Meanwhile, did any of you get a chance to see this?
When I apply the standard that I mentioned, and the standards